This week, the UFC showed off the custom White House Freedom Kits, and after asking fans in the comments what they thought about them, it became clear that most people were not impressed. Almost everyone seemed to agree that the designs were far from the best, and Sean Ali looks like he feels the exact same way. According to Sean, the shorts were ugly, and he admitted that he does not like them at all.
I saw the fight kit. I saw the shorts. I saw what I'm wearing. Ask me if I like them.
Do you like the fight shorts that you'll be wearing at the White House, Sean O'Malley?
It's funny you bring that up because I don't know if I'm even supposed to say, but since you brought it up, I feel like I can. They're ugly. Mine were ugly. I don't like them. I don't like them. They're not pink, which is fine. Whatever. I've wore other colors. I'm not gonna not show up because my shorts aren't pink. I'll make my hair pink. Whatever. I'm not mad. But I'm just like, did they go on Fiverr and say, hey, you know, we got these guys getting in a fight at the White House lawn. Can you just come up with something? I'm like, bro, when I was wearing them, they're white, which is whatever. I love white, Dana White, you know, soy blanco. Pero it's like, ooh, they weren't, I didn't love them. I will say I like the white because I do truly believe I'm gonna crack Amen. I'm going to bloody his nose. I think I'm going to hit him a lot. I think he's going to be very tough. I think he's going to be very durable. I think I'm going to beat the out of him kind of like Chris Moutinho-esque. I'm excited for my white shorts to be red. Like, I'm going to see how red I can get my white shorts from his blood. But overall, didn't love him. Didn't love him.
Khamzat Chimaev and Dylan Dannies are set to face each other in a wrestling match at RAF 10 on June 13th. And the same event will also feature Arman Tsarukyan taking on Tony Ferguson, making it a card packed with on X by posting a photo of Khamzat pulling guard during the fight against Sean Strickland with the caption, "I kill everybody," before adding Khamzat. Dana White has reportedly sent a letter to Donald Trump asking for help reversing the 90% limit placed on gambling loss deductions for U.S. taxpayers, which became law last year. The rule lowered the deduction from 100% to 90%, and Dana believes the change could hurt the UFC by driving more people away from legal economy strong. I am writing today to bring attention to an issue we have spoken about before, the need to reverse the 90% limit on gambling loss deductions for U.S. taxpayers included in the ABA. I believe Congress should address this because the policy is already creating problems. The current law makes betting in the United States unreasonable because people could still owe taxes even after losing money or end up with a tax bill bigger than what they won during the year. On top of that, this change works against your no tax on tips policy, which greatly benefits American businesses, and this is another chance to do exactly that. Respectfully, Dana White. Meanwhile, the tension between Ariel Helwani and Sean Strickland continues to grow. The situation began after Ariel called the situation fake and cowardly, which led Sean to fire back by calling Ariel a leech and saying he never respected him in the first place. Sean later followed up by saying, "He personally thanked me once for speaking up for Israel during the October 7th attacks, and I still stand by that. But over time, my views changed dramatically. It went from hostage rescue to collective punishment aimed at women and children. I would say without a doubt that the AIPAC joke may have rubbed him the wrong way because of how strongly he felt about support for Israel. So again, you are a weak man, and I will continue to avoid you." Yesterday, Ariel responded to Sean with what many saw as a fake apology during his show.
I did want to start the show off with an apology. Was thinking about it, was deliberating in my mind, ruminating, if you will, and I'd like to apologize to Sean Strickland. I went too far yesterday. I went too far. I got caught up, heat of the moment, my emotions get the best of me, criticized him for the pre-fight banter, criticized him for the apology about the pre-fight and the post-fight. I just want to apologize from, one American to another. Let me tell you something, you guys. That's what real Americans do. That's what real men do. We apologize when we take it too far, when we cross the... I'm just joking. I'm not going to apologize because I said nothing wrong. I said nothing wrong. When the heat gets a little too hot in the kitchen, you don't back down and apologize. You stand by what you say, and especially when you're talking about someone's character and family and religion, you don't change your stance because you went 25 minutes with them. You don't tell the people that you've just been hoodwinked. You got them hook, line, and sinker, and it was just to sell the fight. That wasn't real. That's not what I'm all about. No, absolutely not. We don't apologize for anything that we've...
Nina Drama also stepped into the situation and came to Sean Strickland's defense. She wrote, "My response to Ariel Helwani: throughout the entire fight week, you criticized Sean and constantly pointed out how far you believed he went, saying you disagreed with the things he said during the press conferences, but now you're upset that he apologized. Being a man also means taking responsibility for what you say when you realize you were wrong, and Sean was man enough to do exactly that on the biggest stage possible." At a time when we need less division, especially with the ongoing human rights crisis between Israel and Palestine, wouldn't you want to see two people with different beliefs and religions come together and make peace instead?
You know, privately, Sean and I talk about the things that we disagree on all the time. Publicly, I'm not going to go out there and denounce everything he says that I don't agree with. Like, I don't do that. But for this, I don't know. This whole take that Ariel has on Sean is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And it's insane. It's like this entire fight week, all you did was chastise Sean, talking about how, you know, how can you say these things? How can you go this far? How can you take it too far? When is enough enough? And now that Sean apologized, now you're going to get on him for apologizing for the things he said, saying that, oh, only men, they double down and they mean what they say. They don't backtrack. No, men take accountability for the things that they say when they're wrong. And they take accountability for the things that they do when they're wrong. That's what a real man is. You had two warriors that got into an octagon. They fought for 25 minutes. They fought their hearts out. And in the end, you have Khamzat being an incredible sportsman after everything that was said between both sides, wrapping the belt around Sean himself, and Sean apologizing and saying he went too far. And you're mad about that?
Ali Abdelaziz also took aim at Ariel Helwani, adding more fuel to the ongoing tension. He said, "This guy calling a UFC champion a coward is crazy. A man who cannot even protect his own family should never speak about fighters who step inside the cage and risk everything in front of the world. It is easy to act tough online, but real courage is stepping into a cage against another trained fighter with millions of people watching."
Responding to this idiot who covered the sport, he doesn't know anything about the sport. But I want to tell you one thing. Myself, Balal, Khamzat, Habib, Islam, Kamaru Usman, he only say bad things about us. And we are Muslim, but in our religion, we don't care if you're Muslim, you're Jewish, Christian, whatever you believe in, we treat you with respect. And we do not target people. This man target people he cannot benefit from. His beef with Sean, of course Sean said some crazy, it's hard to forgive. But if the man apologized, it's up to Khamzat to accept his apology or not. And he did. Did I agree with it? What he's saying, the thing he said? Absolutely not. And it ruined a lot of my friendship with a lot of other people who I really love. I'm still mad about it. If the man willing to say sorry and apologize to the whole entire Muslim world about the things he said about them, I understand. Maybe he feel the guilt. Maybe God guided him. Whatever happened, happened. But you cannot say about two guys who went in there 25 minutes, killed themselves, and if they shake hands, it's up to them. They grown men, they can make their own decisions. You see, Habib never shake Conor's hand because Conor wasn't saying it to seal the fight. Conor really meant it. Maybe Sean said it because he's misinformed or he ignorant. I think he's ignorant. Do I like Sean Strickland? No, I don't like him. But I respect he apologized. Yes.
Sean Strickland responded to Ali Abdelaziz by saying, "Me and Ali are finally seeing eye to eye." Meanwhile, Marvin Vittori and Henry Cejudo also directed their comments at Ariel Helwani, even though both of them are managed by Ali Abdelaziz. Marvin said, "Ariel, that is why people like you are a cancer. You spread hate, and you have always done it just for the sake of it, while never fighting your own battles, which reminds me of someone." Henry added, "That big-nosed bandit needs to stop smelling everybody's crotch." Earlier this week, Joshua Van also blamed Alexander Pantoja for injuring his arm during their fight at UFC 323, explaining that when he first started training MMA, one of the first things he learned was how to fall properly.
Because I think some people felt like it was just a freak accident, but you said in the build-up to this fight, no, you caused that. You did that, and you should know better than to fall that way.
You think I caused that, or it was just like a freak accident?
Honestly, I lean to injuries in a fight are a tricky one. When someone hurts their knee because of leg kicks and then they take a step back, I would say that the person caused it. But I thought that one, being 100% honest, was a freak accident because it was so close. It was so early in the fight. It was 20-something seconds in. I'm not saying you shouldn't be the champion, by the way. Injuries happen, you can't continue, you win fair and square. I never took anything away from you, but I would err on more of the freak accident side as opposed to it was cause side, just being honest.
I mean, that's your opinion, but like I said, man, we were like, when I first walked into the gym, they taught us how to fall, you know, and they taught us not to pose our hand like that. And, you know, he's a black belt, and I think he's...
Alexander Pantoja responded to Joshua Van by posting a video of himself practicing the same head kick that Van fell from, which led to the injury during their fight, showing the exact moment and technique as a way to answer the claim. Nate Diaz has claimed that he recently turned down a return to the UFC for a trilogy fight against Conor McGregor, saying he was offered the opportunity but chose not to accept it.
Talks with the UFC. Did you consider going back there?
100% I did.
How close were you?
I was pretty close because they always been great since I left too, and they talked to me and met up with me, and we had some talks, and it was good to see them and good to be back, and wheels were spinning just for a MMA fight, MMA return, and get back to what I do, and I know that they wanted the Conor fight right now, and that's not what I was.
Is that what they were offering?
They were insinuating. They didn't offer it, but I think that's what they wanted. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be comeback story for Conor. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want Conor.
Bella Muhammad believes Khamzat Chimaev defeated Sean Strickland by 3 rounds to 2 in their fight, and he also called Sean a clown for apologizing after the match. He added that he hopes to eventually face him in the future inside the cage.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a terrible week, a hard week, disappointing week. He won. Mother Fudger won. Why? Why did this happen to us? Why did this happen to me? Let's talk about it. My man, Khamzat Chimaev, didn't look right? He didn't look like the same wolf, like the killer. By the second round, when he pulled him on top, I was like, man, something's wrong, something's going on. I didn't know if it was a weight cut issue, adding too much muscle, if he was going up to 205. Could have been a lot, right? There could have been anything. What I'm hearing the most out of all of this, and even not for myself, right? Everything's, Khamzat did this wrong. Khamzat, it was the weight cut, it was the strength conditioning coach, it was the rehydration. I mean, that just means everybody knows Strickland sucks. No, but some unreal stuff. I don't know what Khamzat's gonna come out and say. People are gonna come out and say excuses this, excuses that. I still thought he won the fight 3-2, if I'm being honest. I thought he was landing harder shots on the feet. Strickland was landing a lot of jabs. He defended a couple takedowns, but damage-wise, he did break Strickland's nose. But Khamzat was a little bit beat up himself. He did have swollen face, lips. I think it also comes down to the judges assuming that Khamzat could only win by taking him down. I think Khamzat got good people around him. Right team around him. I think he's going to keep a good mentality about this. He looked like he had a good mentality about it after the fight, and I'm excited to see what next. I'm excited to see his first interview out, and I'm excited to see what he says about it, and I'm not excited to see Strickland talk. Because I will say this, even though the clown apologized, and I apologize to my Muslim fans, I was just promoting a fight. No, it's not promoting a fight when you're talking about religion. He always plays that role, right, of saying stupid stuff, and then afterward, I love this guy's the best, blah, blah, blah. No, when you're talking about religion, you're talking about family, that hits different. So I hope to one day step in the cage with that clown before it's all said and done and just make him bleed.
After with multiple injuries and could be out of competition for quite some time. Sean posted on X earlier today, writing type 2 AC separation, extended type V slap. According to reports, these are serious shoulder injuries, and depending on the severity, Sean may need surgery, which could keep him out of action for a long period. Even if surgery is not required, recovering from multiple shoulder injuries at the same time could still leave him sidelined for the foreseeable future. Meanwhile, Khamzat Chimaev posted a video on his Instagram story last night explaining why he was respectful and friendly with Sean Strickland despite all the trash talk leading up to their fight.
Assalamu alaikum veži, Adrien Broner gettincan tazi do veži. Apa sagat kuba. ويقلل دموع خاصة مشكوك بدال زندوا جنوب شيرايو موتيفاتي وشو ويكويس عدا قلعشتو أقا ويدو אתה همش اسكانتو ديتن همش حقوق دوت همش ديتن تشوتي حشت كي كون دلا برويكي هم دلا عيدل دات سو يشن تشوتي تساقيتيني يشوى تشوتي عليتا هم دات ديتش ولا ستكي تشوالتي زويدين ويلت لوتشو ويد عليتا ويبهمدنا والله يدن شون هم دات تقود كنت في بويد عمايا كوارتو عاتا شيء انتير والبخ انتير والبخ شو ساقا انتير واسا قولي ساقا.
At UFC 328, King Green defeated Jeremy Stevens via rear naked choke in the first round. Last night, Green ran into former world champion boxer Adrien Broner, where he told Broner that he has always looked up to him and respected his career.
I'm here to fight everybody. I'm gonna go 55 right now, pro fights, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. You ain't fought nobody that I fought, and you don't got the experience I got.
I agree.
But you ain't never said like me. Trust me. You ain't never said like him though. Different.
Hey, they about the same size. And you about the same size.
And things then took a bit of a turn when King Green and Adrien Broner started talking about the possibility of fighting each other, with the conversation shifting from respect to a more competitive and tense exchange between the two.
You know how the coach is screaming at Rocky? That's how they gonna be screaming at you. It's too deep. One little dumb. Three dumb. Oh, and this Hey, we gotta stop that, bro. Hey,
you're a motherfucking legend. I just want to tell you that. I always looked up to you, and that's coming up in the days of boxing.
Appreciate you, man. Real recognized. Am I going to jail? Am I going to get bailed out before the flight? No. I'm trying to get in the ring. I can't go to jail now.
I've been trying to get in the ring with me.
Go to jail.
In box.
It wasn't me.
I want to box this little and I want to box around with you too.
That's cool.
I'm done boxing with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, man. Remember I wanted to bail you out. Huh? Nobody bailed me out. I'm not going to jail.
Why you didn't call me?
I'm not going to bail you out.
Here are the 3 top comments from the last video, and they each bring their own reaction to what was discussed. The first one is from John O. Harper, and it says, "The irony of Helwani calling someone else a coward." The second comment is from Juice2620, and it says, "When Ariel gets the high-pitched emotional outburst voice, I just tune out." The final comment is from Madison, and it is referring to Roger Jackson going to jail for 90 days for the assault on Psycho Stu, and it says 90 days for attempted murder caught on film.